Good morning, children. So today we will study about the chapter 6, that is triangles. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the similarity of triangles. So in class 9 you have already learned about the congruency of triangles. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the similarity of triangles. So let's understand what is the difference between the congruency and the similarity of a triangle. So difference between congruent and similarity. So congruency. So in congruency, the shape is same and the size is same of any two given figures. The shape and size both must be same. Then we can term that given figure will be congruent. As you can see in the figure, two triangles are given, that is triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Both the triangles are of same size and of same shape. So hence they are congruent. And on the other hand, two triangles are given, that is ABC and PQR. So here we can see the shape is, although the shape of the triangle is same, but the size is different, as triangle ABC is smaller than the triangle PQR. So therefore the triangles are similar. So if any two figures are given, to be similar the figures must be of same shape. So it is not a necessary condition that they must be of same size, but the shape must be same. If the shape is same, so we can term that any two given figures are similar. On the other hand, to be congruent, the two given figure must be of same shape and same size. Then similar figures. Two figures having same shape but not necessarily the same size are called similar figures. So all congruent figures are similar, but all similar figures are not congruent. As just now we have discussed that since if two figures are congruent, then their shape is same and their size is also same. So therefore we can say, since their shape is same, so therefore we can say that all congruent figures are similar also. But in case of similarity, any two given figures are similar if they are of same size, but if they are of same shape, but they may not be of same size. So therefore we can say that all the similar figures are similar only, but they are not congruent. But in case of congruent figures, we can say all the congruent figures are similar also. Then similar polygons. So when we say or we term that two polygons are similar, so two polygons are similar if this satisfies these two given conditions, that their corresponding angles are equal and the length of their corresponding sides are proportional. Then we can term that two given polygons are similar. So example, any two lines are similar since the length are proportional. Here you can see two lines are given, that is L1 and L2. These two lines are similar because their length are proportional, that is the shape of both the lines are same, so they are straight lines. So in case of circles also, two circles are given, so with different radii, that is R1 and R2, that is the ratio of the radii is proportional, but although the shape of the two circles are different, but since although the size of the two circles are different, but since the shape is same, so therefore we can term that they are similar. Again, for the given two squares, these two squares are similar because just now we have discussed that for a polygon, for any two given polygons to be similar, the corresponding angles must be equal and the length of the corresponding sides must be proportional. So here in case of these two squares, we can see that the corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are proportional. So hence these two squares are similar. Again, when we will say that two triangles are similar, so as you can see in the figure, two triangles are given, that is triangle ABC and triangle PQR. We will say that these two given triangles are similar when the corresponding angles are equal. So that is angle A is equals to angle P, angle B is equals to angle Q, angle C is equals to angle R. That is the corresponding angles are equal. And the second condition is that the corresponding sides are proportional. So if you divide the side AB by PQ, the value must be equal with the ratio of the side, that is AC by PR. and which must be equal with the value of the ratio of the side, that is BC by QR. That means AB by PQ is equals to AC by PR is equals to BC by QR. Therefore, we can term that the corresponding sides are proportional. So, this is the conditions for any two given triangles to be similar. So now let's start exercise 6.1. Exercise 6.1, all circles are similar. Just now we understood with an example, although the size of the circle is different, but since the shape is same, so therefore they are similar. All squares are similar. Just now we have seen that all the squares are also similar because the shape is similar. That is, the shape is same. Although the size is different, the shape is same. Again, all equilateral triangles are also similar because in case of equilateral triangle, all the angles are of 60 degree, and all therefore the corresponding angles of any two given equilateral triangles will be same, and the corresponding sides will be proportional. So therefore we can term that all equilateral triangles are similar. Then two polygons of same number of sides are similar if, just now we have seen the condition that two polygons of same number of sides are similar, any two given polygons are similar if the condition 1 is that their corresponding angles are equal, and the second condition is that their corresponding sides are proportional. That is, the corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are proportional. So question number 2, give two different examples of pair of similar figures. For pair of similar figures, we can draw any two circles. So if we draw any two circles, so it will be similar, as we already know that any two given circles are similar. For non-similar figures, suppose we draw one square and one trapezium. So that square and trapezium is not similar because the sides are not proportional and the corresponding sides are not proportional and the corresponding angles are also not equal. So therefore a square and a trapezium is not similar. Then question number 3, it is given that state whether the following quadrilaterals are similar or not. In this case of following quadrilaterals, if we see the corresponding sides, that is SP by DA or PQ by AB or that is QR by BC or SR by DC, if we see the ratio of the corresponding sides, it is same because in all the case we get 1.5 divided by 3, that is 0.5. So that means the ratio is same, but the angles are different. So here it is 90 degree, but here you can see the angles are different. So therefore angle S is not equals to angle D, angle R is not equals to angle C, angle P is not equals to angle A, and angle Q is not equals to angle B. So therefore the corresponding angles are not equal, although the corresponding sides are proportional, but since the corresponding angles are not equal, so therefore they are not similar. So these two given quadrilaterals are not similar. Then the similarity of triangles. So just now we have learned that two triangles are similar. So these two are the necessary conditions for two triangles to be similar. The two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So basic proportionality theorem. So basic proportionality theorem, or which is also known as the Thales theorem, so it is given by a famous Greek mathematician, that is Thales. So therefore this basic proportionality theorem is also known as Thales theorem. So let's understand this Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. So this is the Thales theorem. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So here, as you can see in the figure, so this is a triangle ABC, and a line DE is drawn parallel to BC. So therefore this DE intersect this side AB at D, and this line DE intersect this side AC at E. So therefore this D point is dividing this line AB into two parts, that is AD and DB, and similarly this point E is dividing this line, that is AC, in two parts, that is AE and EC. So therefore, according to these theorems, if D is parallel to BC, if D must be parallel to BC, if D is parallel to BC, then these two sides are proportional. That is, AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. So AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. So therefore, it is given, if a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So these are the two sides and it is divided in the same ratio. That is, AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. The ratio is same. So let's understand this proof, as the proof is very important for this theorem. So we are given a triangle ABC in which the line parallel to BC intersects other two sides AB and AC at D and E respectively. So this is the triangle, that is triangle ABC, and D is parallel to BC, which is already given. So we need to prove that AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. So we need to do one construction here, a small construction. So let us join BE. We need to join this BE and CD. First we join this BE and CD. As you can see, it is represented by these dotted lines. So we need to join BE and CD and draw DM. So this DM is perpendicular. So this DM is perpendicular upon AC, and EN, which is perpendicular upon AB. So EN is perpendicular upon AB and DM is perpendicular upon AC. Now area of triangle ADE. So area of triangle ADE, this is the triangle ADE. So we already know, to find the area of a triangle, the area of a triangle is, to find the area of a triangle, it is half into base into height. So therefore, in case of triangle ADE, half, again base. What is the base? Base is AD. If we take AD as base, AD, and EN is the height. So half into base, if we take AD as base, so EN is the height. So this will give the area of the triangle ADE. So again, recall from class 9 that the area of AD is denoted by area of ADE. So we actually represent it in short form like this, ARADE. That means the area of ADE. So the area of AD is equals to half into AD into EN, just now we have written. And area of BDE, and area of BDE, and this is the BDE. So this is BDE. So this is BDE. And area of BDE is equals to half into BD, that is the half, this is the base, for area of BDE, it is half into the base is DB into EN. So this is the base and this is the height is same, that is EN. So therefore we can write like this. So therefore, if we find out the ratio of these two areas, therefore area of, so therefore it is given that area of ADE, area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE is equals to, that is half into AD into EN and half into DB into EN. So here, from here we can see that EN cancel and half is cancelled, and what remains from here, it is AD by DB. So we have written AD by DB. And area of ADE, now we need to find the area of ADE. ADE, that is half into AE into DM, half into AD, that is AE. If we take this side, since we have got two heights, two perpendiculars are there, so we can, if we take this side as base, from this side we can find that half into base, that is AE into DM. So therefore we have written here that half into AE into DM. And similarly area of DEC, so this is DEC, so this is DEC, this portion is DEC. DEC. So that is half into EC, so this is the base and the height is same, that is DM. So again from here if we cancel, we will get AE by EC. So this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. AD by area of AD by area of BD, again area of AD by area of DEC. Now we need to recall one theorem from class 9, that triangle BD and triangle DEC, as we can see this triangle, these two triangles, the triangle BD and triangle DEC, the base is same, that is DE, and it lies between the same pair of parallel lines. So these two are the pair of parallel lines. So therefore the area of these two triangles will be same, because as we know that one theorem is there in class 9 which you have already studied, that the triangles having same base and which lies between the same pair of lines are equal in area. So therefore we have written here, note that triangle BD and DEC are of same base, that is D, and between the same parallel, that is BC and D. So therefore this area is same. So therefore as we can see AD, again the denominator is also same. So therefore we can conclude that equation 1 and 2 are same. So therefore we have written that equation 1 and 2 are same. If 1 and 2 are same, the value of 1 is AD by DB and the value of 2 is AE by EC. So therefore we have written here that AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. So hence proved. So we are asked to prove this one and we have already proved. And the converse of this theorem is also true, that is, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. That is, the converse of this Thales theorem is also true. We can use this converse of Thales theorem in some cases. Okay, so the proof, so this proof you see it by yourself. So this is your homework. So that's all for today. The remaining we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.